Welcome back to HistoryCrafts. Did you know the current Swedish royal house, Bernadotte, was actually founded by a Frenchman who was also a former marshal of Napoleon? In 1809, Sweden had no real king. After losing Finland to Russia, King Gustav IV was overthrown, leaving the country humiliated, bankrupt, and unstable. His uncle, Charles XIII, took the throne, but he was old, sick, and also childless, creating a royal crisis. So Sweden did something very radical. It went looking for a new king. And they chose Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, a French general under Napoleon. Not noble, not Swedish, but respected for treating Swedish prisoners well and for his military skill. Napoleon approved the choice, though he didn't trust Bernadotte, and he would later be proven right. In 1810, Bernadotte was adopted as Swedish crown prince, took the name Karl Johan, and founded the dynasty that still rules Sweden today. When Napoleon demanded Sweden to go to war with Britain, its biggest trading partner, Bernadotte refused, because that would mean the Swedish economy would even collapse more. In 1812, Napoleon made it even worse. He occupied Swedish Pomerania. While on the other hand, Russia and Britain offered Bernadotte Norway in exchange for lost Finland, which he accepted. Bernadotte then fought against Napoleon in 1813 during the War of the Six Coalition. After becoming King Karl XIV Johan in 1818, he changed Sweden's course forever. Sweden's last war was in 1814, when he briefly invaded Norway to force a union. After that, he kept Sweden out of major wars, choosing neutrality and trade over empire. For nearly 200 years, Sweden has not fought a war. A history that began with a French marshal who became a Swedish king. Did you know that long before Las Vegas, slot machines, online casino, or crypto gambling, people were already addicted to gambling?
Give me my money! Think I won't manhandle a little boy?
You don't understand! It's not real money! None of these people have won any money!
They were playing Keno. Keno is a lottery-like game, often played at modern casinos nowadays. The word itself has French or Latin roots, but the game originated in China. Apparently, a man named Zhang Liang invented the game to raise money to defend an ancient city. Also, its widespread popularity helped later raise funds to build the Great Wall of China, apparently. It's played similar to bingo, I would say. You can choose 20 numbers, usually from 1 to 80. Then, 20 numbers are drawn at random, and the more numbers you match, the more money you get. Simple, right? But there's also different varieties and rules, but this is the most common one. How about you? Have you tried your luck with Keno yet? Most of us know about the Crusades, the religious wars in which European Christians tried to seize and control the Holy Land from Muslim rules and vice versa. But did you know that in the year 1212, one of the strangest crusades in history began? Led by two young figures, Stephen of Cloyes in France and Nicholas of Cologne in Germany. An estimated 20 to 30,000 teenagers and children took crusading vows. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Stephen's followers marched toward Paris, while Nicholas led his group over the Alps to Italian cities like Genoa. But it never happened. The groups collapsed from hunger, exhaustion, and disillusionment. And while the exact death toll is unknown, thousands are believed to have died or disappeared before the movement even could really unfold. When we think of war, we imagine long, brutal campaigns, years of fighting, massive armies, and enormous costs. But did you know that the shortest war was just 38 minutes? On August 27 in 1896, the British Empire went to war with the Sultanate of Zanzibar in what became known as the Anglo-Zanzibar War. It began after the Sultan Hamad bin Tuviani died suddenly and Khalid bin Bargash seized power, without British approval. Britain then gave him an ultimatum to step down by 9 o'clock, but he refused. At 2 minutes after 9, British warships opened fire on the palace. About 9:38, the palace was in ruins. Zanzibar's defenses were destroyed, and Khalid had fled. The war was roughly over in 36 to 38 minutes, making it the shortest war in history. But could you even consider this a war, being that short? What do you think? Did you know that Europeans once ate powdered mummies as medicine? From the 12th to the 18th century, doctors sold mumia, crushed Egyptian mummies, as a cure for everything from wounds, headaches, to stomach problems. As obscure as that already is, it all began with a mistranslation. The Arabic word mumia, meaning medical bitumen, was mistaken for the dark, preserved bodies of Egyptian mummies. By the 1500s, real mummies were imported from Egypt and grounded into powder. As demand soared, traders not only raided Egyptian tombs for ancient corpses, but even stole freshly executed bodies to make fake mummies, turning mummy medicine into a grave robbing industry. Kings like Francis I carried mumia with them, and famous surgeon Ambroise Paré admitted using it dozens of times before rejecting it. Mummy powder was so priced in Europe that in 1924 it sold for about 12 gold marks per kilogram, which is roughly around $500 nowadays. Mumia was so common it appeared in 17th century drug catalogs and was still sold in the 19th and 20th century. All for medicine that didn't really work, right? A mistranslation that turned ancient corpses into European cures and money making. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something new. If you want to support the channel, please leave a subscription if you haven't already. What other historical figure or topic should I do next? And as always, this is HistoryCrafts, where history crafts itself.